Long, long ago, in a galaxy called Milky Way, finding a special someone was complicated. One had to hunt in social places, risking social stigma, or settle for their immediate social circle, risking low compatibility. It was always a gamble and almost never paid off. But then came the internet, and dating would never be the same again. Hi, I'm Dev, and this is the WooAcademy with Dev. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that the rules have changed and you better keep up. Last night, I went out for dinner with a few friends. And one of my friends, Sasha, couldn't stop venting to us about this guy who keeps sending her unsolicited messages online. This man, who we shall call Bob, is someone I know from school. He's one of those well-meaning but terrible dudes who you always feel bad for. He's the guy who is always trying to get with a woman, any woman. But unfortunately, everybody can smell his desperation from a mile away. And at some point, with some girls in some situation, maybe we have been Bob too. I know I have. But today, I'm going to help you understand why you find yourself being a Bob and how not to be a Bob. Before we begin, who is Bob? Bob is a regular guy like you and me, except that Bob doesn't have any... Yes? Say it with me. Woo you. So Bob, here's the deal. You're not a bad guy per se. You might even have a few exceptional skills or talents that might set you apart from the rest of your brethren, if you're lucky. But the truth is, Bob, you have no idea what you're doing. Let me embody my inner Bob for a second, see if any of this sounds familiar. Hey dear, looking good in blue, I think you are my dream girl. Nice face, nice nose. I will cut myself and write your name on every wall with my blood. Do you want to get coffee? LMAO, heart, heart, wink, wink. Nice. Okay, I may have exaggerated a little here. Most of you, I pray to sweet Lord, already know how to avoid sounding like a creepy drunk uncle. But there might still be some traces of creepy desperation that creep into your online and offline messages. Get it? Creep into. Anyway, here are some words that you want to avoid when sending messages. Dear, darling, precious, baby, babe, baby doll, princess, lover. There is really no need for any term of endearment when you first write to a girl you don't know. Just a simple hi or hey preceding your message is more than apt. Next, if there is anything that you have to start with, this may sound a bit crazy, or you might think this is weird. Slowly take your hands off the keys, carefully walk a few feet away from your screen, take your right hand up like so, and slap yourself. I'm not going to do it to me, but you slap yourself. What are you doing? No! If it might sound strange, if it might seem crazy, it probably is. So just don't write it. Talk about the weather, sports, her dog, literally anything but that thing you were just about to type. Next, if you like a girl, chances are she's attractive. If she's attractive, chances are that there are quite a few amit123@hotmail.coms who are messaging her besides you. So how the hell do you expect her to see your "Hey, what's up?" message as anything but lazy? Put some effort into it. So how do you really ensure that you stand out when this girl is getting so many messages? And of course, without coming across as creepy, well, let's find out. The best way to stand out is by using the spotlight effect. Imagine there's a spotlight on you. Now move the direction of that spotlight and focus it on her. What we are talking about here is making it about her and not you. If you want someone to notice you or respond to you, then you need to make it about them. When you say, "I like you," it's all about you. Here are a few examples of good conversation starters. Hey, hi, how are you? I noticed you enjoy nature photography. Sounds fascinating. I would love to talk more about it. Hey, I thoroughly enjoyed reading about you on your profile. It would be lovely to chat up more. People love to be complimented on their skills, interests, or hobbies. But if you don't know someone and are initiating a conversation for the first time, then avoid commenting on physical attributes, as that might be construed as intrusive. Ask questions about the things she likes. Look for girls with common interests and talk about those. If you don't know about the things she's into, ask her questions to learn more. Who doesn't love talking about their favorite things? And to explain this to you, we have caught once again today our very own behavioral researcher, and here she is.
Hi, Dev.
Hi, Khyati.
So today I'm going to have to do this alone.
What? Why?
Because I don't need you in the frame today.
Okay, I've trained you well.
Right? Thank you.
Take it away, all yours.
We're going to be talking about the similarity attraction effect. When you first meet someone, look out for similarities. It could be hobbies or your opinions on a world issue. Let me give you a simple example. When you meet someone and you realize they're from your hometown, doesn't that instantly build a connection? Once you find the similarity, use that knowledge. Don't just let it pass you by. Show authentic interest in what they have to say about the topic. Use the shared interest to start a meaningful conversation. Let's say you both like hiking. Exchange notes, ask them about their favorite hiking experience, and read attentively. The other thing is, you've heard a lot of advice about honesty since school. In online dating, it becomes all the more important. Since we engage in extensive CMC, computer-mediated communication, many of us have a tendency to disguise our flaws or bend the truth, even just a little bit. We usually do it around our age, job, or family background. If you're looking for a meaningful relationship, we suggest not doing this, as it boomerangs. During your online communication, you form an impression of the other person. Now, this impression should correspond to the reality when they see you face to face. If there's a mismatch here, the other person will be more disappointed than they would have been had they met you in person right at the start. But just a word of caution, even honesty needs to be balanced. People prefer relatively low levels of self-disclosure in the initial interaction. So yes, be honest. But self-disclosure has to be contextual, especially in your initial interactions. For example, when you find out that your date's interest is in books, then disclosing that a library was your refuge as a child and including some stories around it would be appropriate at that moment. But just laying it all out as part of your general life story would be off-putting.
That brings us to our last Bob, the one I like to call Talk Show Bob, who thinks that everything about his life is interesting. He tells you about his colleagues at work, his greatest fears in life, his dark fantasies, his ex's dog's name, all in the space of his first message. So then she said, they're out of olives. Then I said, all right, then I'll have the salad without the olives, I guess. Crazy, right? I know. Right here. Oh, excuse me. This is like the 10th time I'm sneezing today. No, wait. Not the 10th, 12th, I think. Wait, no, I wrote it down somewhere. Wait, I'll tell you exactly which. Hey everybody, look, it's going to rain. I hate to break it to you, bud. Nobody cares. Save the emotional bits for the wedding vows. For now, it's fine just to say hi, mention a funny fact or two, pay a genuine compliment if you want to, and then make a quick exit from that text box. Conversation starters, like restaurant starters, are better if they end quickly and lead to something better. And that's a wrap, folks. But first, test. Give me 3 things you learned today. Once again, I'll repeat it myself. So, getting a response in an online conversation. Remember the spotlight effect, the similarity attraction effect, and do not comment on physical attributes.